and welcome to Chelsea Auto Legends.
The car show that's now in its third year right here in the heart of Chelsea.
Now a little bit later I'm going to be talking to some of the women of motorsport.
And I'm going to be chatting to the guys all about their cars, their passion, their love for these automobiles.
So let's go and have a look at what the show's got to offer. Now this Lamborghini is something special. I've got to take more of a look, John. Now you're responsible for this, Oakley Design. What can you tell me?
Yeah, this is an exclusive one-off build for a celebrity customer.
Oh.
So it will be seen driving around various nice roads and hotels in Europe over the next few months. Customer will take delivery of it in about a week's time. The base car is a Lamborghini Aventador LP 704. 700 means 700 horsepower and the 4 means four-wheel drive. We've raised the power to 760. On this car we're keeping the four-wheel drive, but on some other variants that we produce we also make them in two-wheel drive. In fact this car will be our 7th customer delivery.
Right.
We're building 5 of our own vehicles, and then there will be 10 bespoke vehicles where customers just choose whatever they want. This is actually a matte black car underneath, but has had a specific bluey green chrome covering added to it. Again, just the customer's option. You know, that's what he wanted. But I'll show you around the car a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What can you tell me?
So the lift up doors is always a nice start on an Aventador. We have inside the door plaque, again specific for the customer, 764 Dragon Edition, which is what he wanted it to be called. It's one of 10, although this is bespoke to him. He has a group of nine other people who are also having cars from us.
Wow.
So they're all going to be slightly different, probably all be a chrome colour, but not the same. All cars will be individual. I don't know if you wanted to go around the other side and have a sit in the car?
Absolutely, let me in that car.
Okay, let's go.
John, it's like being in a fighter jet almost.
Yeah, I mean, and originally this car's matte black, so it does actually normally look like a stealth fighter on the outside. But while we're inside the car, we have a full bespoke interior. You can see the orange stitching in the seats and in the dashboard.
It follows on.
It has all parking camera as factory anyway, so because to manoeuvre one of these around London or anywhere in Europe is quite hard.
Absolutely.
So you can drive the car with a camera unit. But some other small bespoke detail is if you see over here, there's a Dragon. The customer asked us to put Dragon somewhere on the car. We didn't want to put it on the outside, and he was happy to settle for on the inside, on both doors, and especially when the doors are up from the front of the car you can still see the Dragons.
Wow.
We have a limited edition plaque also on the dash there, reading 764 Dragon Edition, one of 10 cars. To start these Aventadors, which is quite nice, if you want to flip up that little red button, and then you would press your foot down on the brake.
And off I'd go.
If you wanted to, and press the start button.
Oh no! Whoa, did you hear? That's amazing.
All right.
A lot of power.
Serious power. On our dyno runs, we've been able to run these cars at just over 230 mile an hour. Yeah, they're quite good for speeding tickets. But now it's running, we'll go to the back and have a look in the engine bay.
That's what it's all about.
Okay.
Oh wow, John, what are we looking at here?
Okay, well this is the power plant here, the V12 power plant for the Aventador. And so, as I said before, 700 horsepower original. We changed the exhaust system to a titanium exhaust, saving 40 kilos. And then we also play around with the computers to increase the power, so we have our 760 horsepower. Also in the engine bay here you can see, well originally, again it was just a plastic covering, which when you're spending that much money at the factory you would probably expect a little bit of carbon fibre. So we've been pushed by many customers to produce a complete carbon fibre engine bay kit just to finish the engine bay off. And again we have one of our plaques on the rear.
Oh, there it is again, the Dragon.
Customer. So that's it.
It's a really impressive car.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, bearing in mind the economy where it is at the moment, at the high end, we are building one of these a month, and we are 12 to 14 cars ahead at the moment. So we've still got a year and a half's worth of work.
And is the sky the limit when it comes to customer requests?
Yeah, whatever they want. We have another Aventador that has been matched to a Bentley Super Sport that also has diamonds going inside the car as well for the customer. So the man is having the Aventador with the diamonds, and his wife is having the Bentley with the diamonds inside.
Very nice.
Very different.
Integral part of the Chelsea Auto Legends show is the supercar run. Over 40 supercars have met up in the centre of London and made their way here to the Chelsea Auto Legends show. An absolute fantastic sight for everybody to see. Well, Opal, the supercars have arrived here in the paddock.
Looking amazing. Should we go and find some drivers and find out a bit more about the cars?
I think we need to do that. Right, we've just seen the supercar run coming to Chelsea Auto Legends, and I am stood with Chris, who is the owner of this absolutely amazing Ferrari Enzo, everybody's dream car. Now, Chris, you remember how excited you were when you first got this car?
Yes,
Right.
I do.
Do you still get that every day owning this vehicle?
I do actually. Yeah.
Yeah?
I suppose because I don't drive it that much per se. You know, it's several times a year. Yeah, you do get a buzz, and now it's got that stupidly loud exhaust on. It's scaring little children. It's good fun.
Do you still go down to your garage and have a look at it every now and again?
I've just moved, so I don't, because it's not actually parked where I live at the moment. But
Alright.
no, I still get that buzz. You know, you lock the car and you walk away and you turn around and you look at it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It was always something that I kind of wondered, if you've got to this kind of elite supercar, do you still get that
You do.
excitement?
I think if you're a petrolhead, you're a petrolhead, and you're still, whatever it is. I mean, if I see something nice in the high street, I'll be sitting there, looking at it or taking a picture or something. So yeah, I think if you like a car, you like cars.
Fantastic. All right, thanks so much for your time.
Catch
Chris.
up a bit later.
Bav, why did you bring your McLaren today?
I thought it'd be a better car to bring rather than the Ferrari.
And what does McLaren do for you?
It's a British car. I like the car, and it's very well built, and it's a really easy car to drive.
Thinking of upgrading anytime soon?
Yeah, I've got a McLaren Spider on order, so that should be hopefully by Christmas. Fingers crossed.
So you can have a couple?
Yeah, why not?
Bit greedy?
Why not? Yeah, no. So I like the car. I like the way they've made them, so I'm going to carry on with them.
Very nice. Elo, I'm in love with your car. It seems silly to ask, but why did you choose it?
Well, I have a family now. I'm a 2.4 family man with 2 kids and a wife. So I decided why bring down the Apollo or the SSC, the Shelby, which is greedy. My kids are coming, so I thought I'll drive them all back in the big chariot. So I brought the big chariot.
Well, I feel very safe in here. Obviously, then, it's not your first supercar.
No, we have 3 supercars at the museum. This is just our big cruise around mobile. But I figured out there'll be a lot of supercars here too, and I thought, because my kids are going to come, I need to all put them in the car. And if you think of a supercar only having 2 seats, you can only take wifey or 1 kid. So you have to choose. And I didn't want to be in that choice situation. So I decided to bring the chariot. The kids are coming in a minute. We're going to all leave together, and that's how it's going to be.
Lord Pembroke, tell me about your car that you brought today.
Well, it's obviously a Bugatti Veyron, but not quite as most people know it. I had an idea to wrap the car in sort of Gulf racing colours. I'm a huge motor racing fan, and I thought actually if I could wrap it, it'd be a great way also of freshening up the car, but also promoting my event. I have a supercar day down in Wiltshire, and I thought, it could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so it could be quite a fun thing to do.
But it's not a normal wrap, is it? So there's a bit of creativity going on here.
No, there is very much so. A friend of mine, Aurora Eastwood, who has a website called atfullchat.com, she's worked with a very talented artist called Ian Cook, and he's extremely well known for painting he doesn't actually use paintbrushes, he uses remote control cars as his tools to paint with. And so I got in touch with him and said, look, I've got this idea to do some artwork on the car and sort of some Gulf racing colours. Would you be interested in coming having a look at it? And then he came up with having a fantastic idea that the car looks like a sort of duck egg blue Veyron that's driven through orange paint and created the Gulf racing colours. And then he's combined that with 2 of his sort of most well-known paintings. So on either side of the car, 2 paintings that he's done of race cars in the Gulf racing colours. So he sort of combined the 2, and then he named it the Bugatti. That's what #Bugatti, obviously a play on words there. and it seems to have done the trick. I mean, the attention it's got is huge, so it's hopefully helped him out and myself. So it's definitely drawing the crowds.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you came up with the idea of that, and he put it into practice. Was it as you envisaged it?
It turned out better than I could have hoped, really. I mean, he worked closely with a car wrapping company called Raccoon, and so he did the artwork, and then the graphic designers at Raccoon helped bring it together and helped do these sort of orange splashes on the car. And then in the end, they only took them, I think, a day and a half to wrap it, which is astonishing. But they did a wonderful job and him together, and it's worked out very well.
Now, Bugatti, known for their speed, what other supercars do you have, and why did you go for them?
This is very much the only supercar I have, and will probably only have. It's really just the Concorde of cars. I mean, the technology, the money that was invested, the car company that sort of developed it, Volkswagen. I think the chances of anyone taking on this sort of level of project again is so tiny. I thought I'd try and grab a piece of history, but no. I mean, apart from this, most of my other cars are classics, which is where my other sort of passion lies.
And obviously, with that speed that they can give you, where do you go and enjoy it?
Not in this country. In this country, it's unbelievably frustrating. Driving up from home the other day, there's a little sort of almost like a rev counter in the car which tells you how much power, and I was doing 70 on the motorway, and it said I was using 40 horsepower. So I had 960 horsepower to spare, which is very frustrating. So the only place you can really do it is either on the racetrack or on the Autobahn, very early, sort of on a Sunday morning, which is a lot of fun.
I bet. It's almost an insult not to use it. Well, Lord Pembroke, thank you so much for talking to us.
Absolute pleasure.